Got it. Done. All righty, y'all. Peace and greetings to y'all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at Northwestern Maxim. How are you? Guys, I'd like to welcome to this is AstroCivics Sunday number 52 for the Holy Koran Devotional Countdown for Chapter 22, Duties of a Husband, or Duty of a Husband, right? So I am here not only with my son's son, but also our magnificent and beloved brother in whom we are well pleased. And he is...
Chill, Islam, peace and love, y'all. How y'all doing today? Peaceful greetings. I'm Brother Sean Ale. You already know that all is well. And, sometimes, there's that appellation the bros call me. I'll be forgetting. Bro, could you help me out?
It's always fun, bro. That's always fun, man. So guys, we only got 12 minutes, right? Or 12 verses within degree 22 or chapter 22, right? So my beloved son in whom I'm well pleased will be he'll read a couple of those minutes. Brother Sean's going to absolutely read the most of them. And me, as always, I will be doing my serious member type of ad-libbing as far as giving my 2 cents, if not more than 2 cents of insight pertaining to what it is that we are reading. All right, so let's just do our invocation in. You guys already know we're going to do this, start this. We're going to do our invocation in and the 2 letters to be read in every meeting before we even go in on chapter 12. Brother Sean's going to do the invocation in. I'm going to do the first letter to be read in every meeting. Brother Sean will do the second letter to be, he'll do the second letter to be read in every meeting. And then we will go right into chapter 22, right? Degree 22. And again, it has 12 verses or 12 minutes to it. All right. So let me just go and share the screen right here. All right. And take us right to the iBoosh. Wow. Gotta do his thing and come on, Bijnak. All righty, guys. You see, we're here at the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, Administrative Functions, pages 48 and 49. Of course, 48 is where we see handsomely standing Dugard in his Moor Sharifs, Fez, and Abbas, Prophet Noble Jurali. And page 49 is our authority. Just always a suggestion to everyone. Just, make sure you study. All right. And what that means is really get to know what the components of our authority is. Right? Really check that out. Really see what it is. Really study what it means and things of that nature, and how really what Prophet Noble Ali brought us really allows us to see how all so-called trusts, holding companies, management companies, corporations overall, how they are ran. All right. So with that even being said, let's see. We're going to do our invocation in. So we're going to put 5 on the left, 2 on the right. We're going to face east with our feet on a 45-degree angle, just like Prophet Noble Ali's feet here. And we're going to repeat after Brother Sean, either aloud or in our hearts. All righty. All righty. And that's us face east. East for us is, I'm trying to turn our back to you guys. Just facing east. All righty. All right. And repeat after Brother Sean, either aloud or in your heart. Islam.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth. Peace. Freedom. And justice. Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide. And my salvation. By night. And by day. Through his holy prophet. Noble Drew Ali. Amen. Ra.
I mean, all righty.
Bro, I don't know why I get this such excited feeling, with Young Bull over there saying it with us. It's like,
because I mean, it's for the young and
yeah,
young born, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's only prophecy happening right before our eyes, man. So especially when he was with us just Saturday in the astrology concept corrections discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you guys, I didn't put him up to it. He's just like, you know what? I'm going to office with you. Okay. We started reading some stuff out of the Quran towards the end of the discussion. He's like, oh, and just started reading. I was like, I ain't gonna stop him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like son ready. He ready. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. The following is a letter written by Prophet Noble Drew Ali on the 18th day of January, 1928, Anno Domini. That's what AD stands for. He commanded that it be read before every meeting. Administrative function, Moor Science Temple of America, Home Office, 3603 Indiana Avenue. Noble Drew Ali, founder, Chicago, Illinois, January 18th, 1929. To be proclaimed in every meeting. Dear brother Islam, I'm glad to know I have few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There is a host of jealousy, quote unquote, about me and the movement now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as an American citizen, they are working every scheme that they can to disqualify me so they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors, look, son. It is through the faithful Moors that contribute to the movement and the uplifting funds. The ones that paid their divine respect to me and the movement will be remembered. This is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithful to me, your prophet and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance and I need it bad. Never before have I needed finance as badly as I do at present, that I may shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my, quote, fame and nobility, end quote, period.
The nations of the world will not recognize the movement without me, the prophet being the head. It has been proven by my work, in which I have performed in the last few months, because I was at the governor's
inauguration.
Inauguration.
Yeah, inauguration. Mm-hmm.
To represent the Moorish divine and national movement, and I will be at the inauguration of President Hoover for the same cause.
Noble Drew Ali. Yes, inauguration is like when somebody's getting sworn into office, right? All right, and now we're here on pages 12 and 13, excerpts from the Moorish Guide newspaper known as the Moorish Literature. Page 12, you still see handsomely standing due guard in his Moor Sharifs, Fez, and Abaz Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. And we yield the floor to Brother Sean Ali Mel. He's going to read.
Gratitude. All right. Divine warning by the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Prophet warns all Muslim governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be a severe consequence. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple of the Prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive the reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their Prophet. If they lose confidence in their Prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the Prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And if the Prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The Prophet, therefore, is sending out a divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways by order of Prophet Noah Drew Ali.
All righty, so let's get it. Going right into the Holy Quran for the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, which adopted as its corporate name, Moorish Science Temple of America. We're here at degree 22, right? Chapter 22. Let's see, hold on. Let's see. 2, 3. Okay. I see how we're gonna chop this up. You got 2 and 3, Brother Sean, right? Matter of fact, you got 2 through 11. We'll let son do 1 and 12. All right.
Got you.
So duty of a husband, right? Chapter 22, duty of a husband. You got number 1 and Brother Sean to do 2 through 11, and then you'll do number 12.
Take unto thyself a wife and obey the ordinance of Allah. Take unto thyself a wife and become a faithful member of the society.
But
so,
examine. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. So, like with that being said, the ordinance. It's funny because what has ordinances, right? Cities, right? And it's funny that a law is all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. So again, obeying those ordinances, it just speaks to a couple's compatibility session, right? Not just shamelessly plugging. Make sure you get a Synastry session, which is a couple's compatibility session from Seven Hill Star. It's just letting me know when I read this, it's saying, yeah, obey the ordinance pertaining to the compatibility. Because for me, for my studies, on a beginner's level, Allah is, feminine. That's great. However, how feminine is she? She's so feminine that she is the celestial sphere. Period. That's just what it is when it comes to the stars, right? So I'm looking at all law for myself, my studies. You don't have to adopt this. However, it works for me, and it works very well for me, my comprehension, my insight, and intuition, that Allah is all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. Right. And to become a faithful member in society, it's best to take on a wife. But now we need to see what kind of wife we're going to take on. What do you not take on and what you do take on? And that's what Brother Sean's about to go in minutes 2 through 11. I yield, bro. Islam.
But examine with care and fix not suddenly. On thy present choice depends thy future happiness.
Exactly. You don't want no ratchet hatchet sitting there with an attitude, chopping up your peace and happiness. Right? Like, oh, well, it's not with her. Yeah, I'm telling you. I didn't have the experience of thinking there was someone that I was like, oh, you know what? Well, hey, this is where I can, continue growing as a man, be a father. And you realize it's someone who is very unfit. Supremely unfit. All right. I yield. Number 3, bro. Islam.
If much of her time is destroyed in dress and adornment, if she is enamored with her own beauty and delighted with her own praise, if she laugheth much and talketh loud, if her foot abideth not in her father's house, and her eyes with boldness rove on the faces of men, though her beauty were as the sun in the firmament of heaven, turn thy face from her charms, turn thy feet from her paths, and suffer not thy soul to be ensnared by the allurements of imagination.
Indeed, because, being, having her time all, dealing with dress and adornment. It's fine. It's funny because there was a comedian that was talking about, you always see a girl who hair always done. She ain't shit. I was just like, wow. Right. I had to laugh at that. But it's, basically what's happening is she's tied up in material. It's nothing wrong with the sisters, y'all having yourselves well preened and looking good. Look your best. Moors, you already know. Look your best. However, if her time is destroyed in dress and adornment. That means you're not doing anything else with your life but being concerned about how you look. That could be an issue, because that means you're not taking time to really care about anyone else. If she is enamored with her own beauty and delighted with her own praise, which means she's self-centered, if we really think about that. Laugh much and talk loud. Nobody really like a silly talkative being, whether it's female or male. If her foot, this is interesting, this imagery here, if her foot abides not in her father's house, which means, because remember the instruction, dear fathers, by these lessons, you can set your house in order. And then your little ones will learn to love instead of hate. So if her foot, in other words, her foundations isn't based off of how her father set house in order, that's a nah. And her eyes with boldness be like, look at him, I want him. Like, okay, she's a Tatiana, you know what I mean? Bust down, Tatiana. Okay, anyway, though her beauty were as the sun in the, for she could be fine in a month. Don't mess with her. Leave alone. Because that's the example of if thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not in chapter 25. Because she's in muddy thinking. Trouble is muddy thinking. So you know, if thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not, which means don't chase after her. Don't chase her. Don't even chase after her. Leave her to herself. Turn your feet from her past. Don't follow her. Don't chase after her. So that you won't have your soul suffering to be caught up. Got me feeling that, caught up. Right? Ensnared by the allurements of a man. Oh, yeah, you know, I could have this with her, had that with her, and you're miserable. All righty? Don't want to do it. Trying to tell you. All right, I yield, bro. Number 4.
But when thou findest sensibility of heart, joined with softness of manners, and accomplished mind with a form agreeable to thy fancy, take her home to thy house. She is worthy to be thy friend, thy companion in life, the wife of thy bosom.
Exactly. You want someone who's going to be sensible pertaining to heart, down to earth, well-centered, joined with softness pertaining to manner. She don't have an attitude. She's not losing her temper so easily. No one likes anybody. I'm telling you, that is the most annoying shit ever. And an accomplished mind, one who is satisfied within, one who can be able to allow, you know, herself to be balanced and calm. With a form agreeable to thy fancy, like, hey, baby, she still gotta look good too. You know what I'm saying? Little curve too. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll let you.
No, I mean,
take her home to your house. Now, your house is actually where your heart is. We already say home is where the heart is, but let's just really think about it. House is where you live, and where you live is not just in a structure, some building, you know, called a house, but house is where you have peace of mind. So you might be taking it to this, you know, you like, yeah, man, I like to kick it at this spot near the lake. You know what I'm saying? That might not be a structure called a house, but it's a place where you have peace of mind. For she is worthy to be your friend. Look at that. Look at that. People need to be in relationships and be friends, even if they're, you know, considered to be the consort. I look at my beloved mother mistress consort being my friend. Why not? I don't want us to not be friends. You know what I'm saying? So even within a relationship, it's best to get along. All righty? She's my companion in life, and the wife pertaining to my bosom. All right? Oh, cherish. I yield, bro.
oh, how that one song go, bro? What'd he say? If you my best friend, you can be my companion in life. You can be the wife of my bosom.
All right. So go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, y'all.
Oh, cherish her. as a blessing sent to thee from heaven. Let the kindness of thy behavior endear thee to her heart.
Which means you attracted her, because heaven is a higher state of mind. That's your higher self. So one being in, having their lower self uphold their higher self and not the reverse, that energy, now you have attracted someone that can definitely, endear you to her heart due to your kindness, first and foremost to yourself, because you're able to be forgiving to yourself. You're able to not place a burden on yourself and be kind to yourself, therefore attracting someone who may not need that much work to do for herself, as long as we are consistent. Because even though we're her son, still we're her father, because we are, by these lessons, setting house in order so that our little ones may learn to love instead of hate. And even though she's mother, she's still our little one. I know, right? Sounds like a conundrum. How are we the son and the father? How is she the mother and the little one? It's all good. Because remember, at the end of the day, we are treating each other with principles, love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. I yield, bro. Islam.
Yeah, indeed. If I ain't singing that one song, what was that song? Sent from here. If I ain't singing that, then yeah.
Islam,
6. She is the mistress of thy house. Treat her therefore with respect, that thy servants may obey her.
So yeah, guys, don't be thinking a mistress is a home wrecker. A mistress is a female master. Master, mistress, actor, actress, same type thing. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that a master is an actor, and I'm not saying that a actress is a mistress. That's not what I'm saying. I'm giving you guys comparison to look at mistress for what it is. For some reason in pop culture, people have turned mistress into someone who is wrecking the relationship of a married couple. But that's not what it is. She is the master, the female master, where you're the male master, right? Pertaining to your house. Treat her therefore with again looking. Again, spect to look. That your servants may obey her. Because if they see you respecting her and treating her with grace, and they going to be the same, they ain't going to be, your servants ain't going to be around like, yes, my Lord. And then when he's gone, they're like, look at this bitch. What this bitch want? What bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't tell us what to do? You see how he be talking to you? Yeah, we ain't listening.
Basically, right? So yeah, it's always best because, when you treat her with respect, anyone else that's around you, because remember, we're all here to serve each other. So anyone that's your friends or anything, you want them to be able to respect her also. All right. I yield.
Oppose not her inclination without cause, pardon me. She is the partner of thy cares. Make her also the companion of thy pleasures.
Yeah, so in other words, if there's something you disagree with, you know what I'm saying, make sure you discuss it and give reason and do it in a very tasteful manner. You know what I mean? So it doesn't come off disrespectful. Find a tasteful and loving way to do it, because she is the partner, which means she's sharing in your cares, right? Make her also the companion pertaining to your pleasures, right? So if there's some things that she's partaking in when shit is down, then make sure she's definitely participating when shit is up. I yield, bro. Islam.
Reprove her faults with gentleness. Exact not her obedience with rigor.
So, in other words, if she does something wrong, be gentle about correcting her. Right? So that's what it means by reprove her faults with gentleness. So in other words, just correct her if she does something wrong in a gentle fashion. Exact means cutting. So, cut not her obedience, right? Or be so sharp to the point where it's like, look, motherfucker, do this shit like I said. Like, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Be like, babe, come here. Let me show you how I get down like this. You want to try it like that? Is that comfortable? No, it's not comfortable. Okay, well, I just want you to be careful. Don't cut yourself with the knife when you're cutting it. You know what I'm saying? If that's an example. You know what I'm saying? Just finding a way. All righty. I yield, bro. Islam.
9, trust thy secrets in her breast. Her counsels are sincere. Thou shalt not be deceived.
Yeah, and again, that's when you find one who has sensibility pertaining to her heart. So yeah, so when you are sharing some things that you really probably don't want to share, but the only one you can share it with is her, her counsels are sincere, right? And she'll hold on to those things. She will not deceive you, especially if you are being gentle with her in correction, especially when you are respecting her. She will make sure that she will have your back. All right. I yield, bro.
Indeed.
Number
Just
10.
to add, yeah. Like when y'all, are being kind to each other, then there wouldn't be that talk of can men confide and tell secrets to their woman? Because if she's not thy friend, thy companion, and you're telling her thy secrets, then how can you really be open to someone who's not, that you should be able to trust those secrets with? But I yield with that. But let's see, 10, be faithful to her bed, for she is mother of thy children.
Exactly. You ain't got to be here trying to mess with other women or try to not, be around her as much, or try not to, enjoy time with her. You see what I'm saying? Seriously. So how did she become the mother of your children? Because y'all was having sex. So don't try to hold back or act like, there's no need in doing that. That's your baby. That's your boo. Right? So make sure you are, because that is another portion of that respect, period. That's another portion of trusting your secrets with her, period. For those of you grown enough to handle that. Some beings may, think, oh man, it sounds like some simp shit. Well, that's why you got, a bust down and not someone that's the wife of your bosom. However, none of my business. I yield, bro. Number 11.
When pain and sickness assault her, let thy tenderness soothe her affliction. A look from thee of pity and love shall alleviate her grief, or instigate her pain and be of more avail than 10 physicians.
Yep. So I will say I bear witness to that, right? So, when things are, if she does fall ill or anything, you know what I mean? Let your tenderness soothe her affliction. If she feels if there's some things going on, be tender, right? And when you look at her, right? And she sees that you're like really looking at her like, dang, I wish my baby was much better. You know what I mean? So that look pertaining to pity and love, that's going to alleviate her from even feeling down. She's going to be like, damn, yo, he really care about me. You know what I mean? Or instigate her pain, right? In other words, like make it so that she feels better. Instigating her pain is like making her feel good to the point where she ain't even thinking about the pain, where the pain ain't even strong enough to make her feel worse because you're making her feel better. And that will be of more avail than there being 10 physicians in the room trying to figure out what the problem is, diagnose it, and remedy it. Is that clear? All right. So that's our number 12.
Consider the tenderness of her sex, the delicacy of her frame, and be not served to her weakness, but remember thine own imperfections.
Delicacy and severe, right? So he says, consider the tenderness of her sex. So don't be talking about, yeah, y'all might have been over, have an arm bit like this. No, come on, man. Look, whatever happens in the privacy of y'all is cool, but don't be hurtful. You see what I'm saying? I get it. Some of you people out there are stone cold BDSM freaks. That's y'all business, right? However, don't be abusive, right? Consider the delicacy of her frame, which means not only her body, but her frame of mind. There may have been things she's been through before she's been with you. So you may not want to do things that, I think the word that people use nowadays is trigger her. Or in other words, you're not going to bring up things that make her remember that pain to the point where she's not going to embrace you. And be not severe to her weakness. In other words, what if one of her boobs is smaller than the other? Don't be all like, you little one small booby bitch. Don't be like that. You see what I'm saying? It's funny when I say it, but that's really horrible. You know what I mean? If you're with someone, I mean, there's women out there with brothers with one leg, literally. Brother got a prosthetic leg or had to use his crutches. So in those terms, remember your own imperfections then, brothers, whatever it may be. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, any questions, comments, and endorsements? I didn't even check the chat, man. Did you check the chat, bro?
I did not.
I know we probably go downstairs and get a little bit more garbage. So let's see, man. Let's see who's in here. Right. All right. Mother Sahar says, peaceful greetings, Brother Hasan and Brother Sean and son. Islam, Mother Sahar, indeed. She also gives an applause. She says, don't do it. She also says, indeed, sincerity and kindness goes a long way. Indeed, Mother Sahar. Absolutely. Right. So with that being said, we're going to get ready to do our invocation out. Right. I am going to stop the screen share. I know I'm doing the invocation. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. We had a great time. You know what I'm saying? Going over chapter 22. So this is what I think tomorrow, right? What are we going over tomorrow, bro? Hold on.
It will be the lunar eclipse.
The lunar eclipse that's going to take place, obviously.
The 28th.
So that sounds like that's going to be in Taurus. That eclipse is going to be in Taurus when the moon is in Taurus. Lunar eclipse, looky, Astro Cookie. All righty, so yeah, because the sun will be well in Scorpio at the time, right? About 5 degrees, it sounds like. About 5 degrees Scorpio. So definitely the moon will just be about 2 degrees past its exaltation degree, which is 3 degrees Taurus. So that'll be great to go with that.
It'd be 5 degrees. Yeah, it's gonna be at 5 degrees, 9 minutes.
No, we wasn't forgetting about y'all in the chat. It wasn't even that. It was just, on a roll,
He was on point.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, any other questions, comments, and or suggestions going twice? Brother Sean, you got anything?
Nope. Y'all make sure you join Tupac University. Y'all really missing out on Saturdays. Y'all really missing out. Like, even if y'all don't join Tupac, still make sure at least y'all show up, because it
just keeps getting turned up every Saturday. Better and better and better. It's just like shit. I couldn't even plan these things. So it's like
we don't even try. It's just a question, and then we read, and it's like, oh, yo, look at this, bro. Yep. Oh, it's like, whoa. And we would go 3.5 hours Saturday. We supposed to do 2. It's like
3 hours and 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
exact.
Okay.
It was like 3 hours and 2 minutes. So we definitely went over an hour and 2 minutes, seriously. And then since we decided to start recording them now, we have 5 of the videos archived. Because I think we didn't record the first one, maybe it was the first one we didn't record. Or even the first 2. Because we just wanted people to show up, take notes, and then that be that. But we officially have 5 recorded videos of our astrology concept correction discussions for the universally professional astrology community. So with that being said, we had a ball, guys. You know, you can become a part of TUPAC. It's $250 right now for a lifetime to be a part of TUPAC. It's $30 if you're not a member and you just want to show up on a Saturday, see what it's like, plus another $10 if you want the recorded video. So that'd be $40 total, right? But if you don't want the video, you can just do $30. You know what I mean? If you have a student card and you're still not a member of TUPAC, then it'll be $15, but it's at least another $10 in donation. You know what I mean? So that extra $10 is just the minimum donation for the video. You can give more if you want. So it's at least $25 if you want the video when you're not a member yet, have a student card from some institution where you're a student, right? But just $15 if you don't want the video. And you already know, for those of you that are TUPAC members, we just ask that you give at least a 5-unit donation, even though you may already be a part of the Google Drive where we're archiving the videos, or you'll automatically have access to it anyway. But that's why we just ask without any pressure being on you to donate to it. I mean, honestly, we put out a lot of good stuff, guys. I mean, we do a lot of great work and ask you guys for nothing. We just recently, over the last couple of moon cycles, been putting our cash apps in the description. You'll see a year or two of us not even doing that. You know what I'm saying? However, we're just like, guys, if you want to contribute. You see my Cash App and Brother Sean Cash App in the description. We know it's not there today until, you know, after this, and I'll go and do the post-production as far as putting up the thumbnail and putting things in our description and things like that, or whatever. Right. Mother Sahar says, sincere gratitude, peace, and love indeed, beloved mother.
Indeed.
Questions, comments, and or suggestions going thrice. All righty. Well, we're going to do our invocation out. We're going to hold all 5 appendages on the left hand, just the index and middle on the right hand, right? So 5 on the left, 2 on the right. And we're going to go, and face east. And you can repeat after me, either aloud or in your hearts. Islam.
Islam.
Islam. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
And
justice.
Justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
And
my salvation. By night. And by day. Through his holy prophet. Noble Drew Ali.
Amen. Ra.
Indeed, Islam. All right, guys. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch us next day, right? Or tomorrow for Intuition Monday. We're going to go in on, as he said, we're going in on the lunar eclipse that's going to take place at about 5 degrees Taurus, right? So with that being said, we love you all. Make sure when you rest and recharge well. This is where we say to you all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace.